Looking good, Romeo.
Alex adjusted his shirt collar for the 10th time.
It's just Emily, not the Queen of England.
Alex shot him a nervous glance.
Dude, you've been prepping for this date for 3 hours. This better not be just Emily.
Alex ran a hand through his hair.
Just be yourself, unless yourself trips over thin air. Then be someone cooler.
The cafe door swung open with a loud clang, startling everyone inside. Alex winced, so much for a smooth entrance. He had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but fate had other plans. He hadn't even seen the tiny dog leash tangled around his feet. It was almost comical how such a small thing could cause such a big problem. One second he was upright, the next he was sprawled on the floor, his dignity shattered. He looked up mortified to see Emily staring down at him, her eyes sparkling with laughter. She always had a way of finding humor in the most awkward situations.
Are you okay?
She asked, her voice full of amusement, barely able to contain her giggles. Alex scrambled to his feet, his face burning with embarrassment. He could feel the eyes of the entire cafe on him. "I meant to do that," he mumbled, dusting himself off and trying to regain some semblance of composure. Emily's laughter echoed through the cafe, a sound that was both comforting and slightly humiliating for Alex. "Allow me," Alex said, attempting to pull out a chair for Emily. He gave it a confident tug, but the chair had other plans. It screeched across the floor, almost taking Emily with it. She grabbed onto the table, her eyes wide.
Whoa there, cowboy.
She said, regaining her balance. Alex's ears burned. "I swear I'm more coordinated than I look." Emily grinned.
That's debatable.
She teased, finally taking a seat. Alex couldn't help but laugh. This date was a disaster, but at least it was entertaining. And then the penguin waddled into the cafe, looking completely out of place among the patrons sipping their coffee and chatting away. It was a sight to behold, a moment of pure absurdity that had everyone in stitches.
Laughing. Oh my gosh, did you see that? A penguin in a cafe. That's the funniest thing I've seen all week.
Alex was mid-story, his hands flying around in exaggerated motions, when his hand knocked over a candle. He was so engrossed in his tale that he didn't even notice the candle teetering on the edge of the table. The napkin beneath it went up in flames almost instantly. Emily's eyes widened in shock as she watched the fire spread. Before either of them could react, a waiter rushed over, grabbed a pitcher of water and doused the flames, and Alex. The water splashed everywhere, soaking Alex from head to toe. Soaked to the bone, Alex just stared at the waiter in disbelief. His clothes clung to him, dripping with water.
I was just trying to help. I didn't mean to soak you."
Alex stammered. I was just trying to tell a story." He looked around, embarrassed, as the other patrons stared at the commotion.
Bursting out laughing. Oh my gosh, Alex, you're soaked. This is too much.
Emily's eyes crinkled at the corners as she laughed hysterically. The whole situation was so absurd that she couldn't help but find it hilarious. "I swear this is not my day," Alex muttered, wiping his face with a soggy napkin. He had been looking forward to this date all week, but everything seemed to be going wrong. First he spilled coffee on his shirt, and now this. He went to throw it away, but his foot found a stray banana peel. Seriously, where did that come from? It was as if the universe had conspired to make this the most embarrassing night of his life. With a yelp, he slipped, landing with a crash in a nearby trash can. The entire cafe seemed to pause, all eyes on him as he struggled to get out. Emily's laughter was music to his ears, even as he emerged from the trash, covered in coffee grounds and shame. He couldn't help but feel a mix of humiliation and relief. At least she was laughing and not running away. He looked at her, expecting disgust, but instead she was wiping tears of mirth from her eyes. Her laughter was infectious, and soon he found himself chuckling along with her. She pulled him to his feet and surprised him with a hug. It was the last thing he expected, but it felt incredibly comforting.
You're a mess, she said, her voice warm. But it's kind of endearing, she added with a smile that made his heart skip a beat. But you're my kind of mess. Second date? She asked, her eyes twinkling with genuine interest. Alex felt a wave of relief and excitement wash over him.
Alex couldn't help but smile, realizing that despite everything, the evening had turned out better than he could have imagined. Sometimes the best moments come from the most unexpected situations.